Welcome back to Snoots TV. I'm your host Snoots, and today we're back with Empires of the Undergrowth. In the last video, we completed Mission 1 on Insane Challenge Mode. In this episode, we're going to go over Insane Challenge Mode for the second mission and continue working our way to Wood Ants. Now, I got to tell you, this particular mission is really difficult. This is about my 5th time recording it and working through this playthrough. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay. So first things first, this mission...
Fuska Black Ant Queen has given birth to her first brood. While the workers established their new territory in the earth, above ground, a nearby colony of Formica sanguinea slave-maker ants are on the lookout for would-be victims. These ants specialize in stealing larvae from neighboring nests and raising them as their own. If the black ant colony isn't prepared for the inevitable incursion, they may be wiped out entirely.
Okay, this mission is rough. There's a very careful balancing act between...
Unfortunately, the Queen chose her colony's home
soldiers
poorly. This earth is infested with Grillatalpa, the European mole cricket. Growing up to 45 millimeters in length and with powerful forelegs, these beasts are masters of tunneling. The crickets have had their fill of roots for the day, and are now on the hunt for protein-rich invertebrates. This queen and her brood are in imminent danger of being devoured.
Yeah, so this mission really hinges on the balance you need for this game. Not only between the types of ants that you have available to you, but also workers supporting the queen, managing your food, managing how many things are being hatched and put out. It's really a challenge. Out of every mission in this game I played, this one on Insane difficulty is, in my opinion, the hardest. Alright, let's put that one there. What we're going to do here is we're going to open up
Sigestria florentina
to some of
funnel-web
these
spider.
spiders.
She is large, fast, and equipped with a deep, powerful bite. Her lair is carpeted by sheets of silk woven between tripwires that radiate out from the entrance. She can detect even the slightest vibrations with her sensitive legs. Any ant that strays too close will be snapped away in the blink of an eye. By working together, the ants have overwhelmed one of the funnel-web spiders. She won't be causing any more trouble for the colony. Her sisters, however, still present a problem.
Actually, the funnel web spiders are the least dangerous thing on this map. Second to that would be the crickets that are going to be burrowing into our nest. Alright, that's enough soldier ants there.
A sanguinea scout has sensed the presence of the black ants. A raid on the colony is now inevitable. The question remains as to whether they will merely pillage a generation of young, or wipe out the colony entirely. In the end, it will come down to the tenacity of the defending ants.
Yeah, let's hope that they don't wipe us out this time, because, yeah, this mission is rough, going through it so many times. But I've really developed an appreciation for the subtlety that they're trying to show you in the game. I'm gonna go pick up this food over here. A little bit of food down there that'll get gathered up. Alright, so this chamber is going to be our main defensive force. We're going to get it up to be about 30 ants.
The colony is starving. There is not enough food to feed the new brood.
And this chamber down here is going to be focusing primarily on...
A mole cricket is burrowing into the nest.
Oh,
the ants
no.
must mount a defense quickly, or their brood will be forfeit.
this chamber down here is going to be all about helping the queen with her eggs. This is going to be our little party that goes out and grabs all the food over this way. And we're going to make this chamber up here for going out and getting the food this way.
The raiding party has arrived. The slave makers will head straight for the brood chambers. They must be stopped.
And don't worry about this first initial wave too much. You just gotta make sure that they don't attack the queen. Beyond that, it's not that much of a threat. There we go. Now we're gonna go get some food.
The raiding party is left, and with them they have taken 10% of the black ant brood. The Fuska colony must replenish quickly if they are to survive the next assault.
Yep, correct about that. So we're going to make this entire area down here a bunch of worker tiles to support the queen. There we go. Grab ourselves some more soldier ants. Gather up all this food here. And then next step is going to be there.
There are intruders in the nest.
Let's go grab there. Another little soldier. And we have a raid coming in, but we have 10 guys up here. Turn their food gathering off.
There is no respite from the culling.
We don't need our front
Subjugation
line
will
here to be
subjugate
gathering food
or
for us.
exterminate.
We just, there's no reason to do it. Oh, no. You guys stay up there. It's very important to know which group of ants that you're telling to go do what. Go do something. Let's give you guys a couple more workers to help
The
gather
raiding party
food
is
faster.
left, and with them they have taken 10% of the black ant brood. The danger may be gone for now, but this truce is merely a formality. The Sanguini are already planning their next onslaught.
Alright, and we're gonna need some food tiles. There we go. One hand's there. Still a bit of food there, so we can send a few guys that way. You don't want to leave food on the table, so to speak.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support
right now we're
greater numbers.
mostly focused on getting our main line of defense up and running.
Mole crickets are burrowing into the nest. The ants must defend in multiple locations at once.
So, funny thing that I found about these mole crickets, they'll spawn about the same time as the raids, but the other ants will also attack the crickets for you.
There is no respite from the culling. The Sanguini will subjugate.
Just a funny little thing in the game. I don't know if the devs planned that, but yeah. No, the enemy ants will definitely fight on your side against those crickets.
The colony is starving. There is not enough food to feed the new brood.
Get this brood section all
The raiding party is left,
set up.
and with
There we
them
go.
they have taken 10% of the black ant brood. The queen must lay quickly to return the colony to its former strength.
Let's just take out that guy so it doesn't distract our workers from doing their jobs. And the cricket's dead. Good. Let's put a few more food tiles here. We're going to put a few food tiles here for expediency. Nope. You guys go back that way. Alright. Got a bunch of food. Let's make a bunch of soldiers. Because we got a raid coming in very soon. And let's give the queen some more workers to help her out. More than a few workers. Because it's not easy laying all these eggs. It's much more difficult
There is no
when you're
respite from
dealing
the
with
the Sanguinio will subjugate or
a bunch of these guys coming in trying to steal them off. And then you got ants dying left and right. So someone's got to run out, put an egg on the tile, and then there also has to be enough food for them to hatch. So it's this whole thing. But right now we are in a really good spot.
The raiding party was no match for the valiant defenders. The brood remains safe. For now.
Got a lot of food coming in. There we go. Because you got to keep expanding in this mission. Because again, every time there's a wave, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Cut diagonal right here. This is a little trick I learned. If you cut diagonal in this section right here, it's in between these two spots. You can get through without having to worry too terribly much about hitting both spiders at the same time. Instead, we just want to
mole cricket is burrowing into the
this
nest.
one group.
The ants must mount a defense quickly, or their brood will be forfeit.
Oh, he's all the way over there? Yeah, I don't care. Oh no, there's a cricket right there. The crickets really are more of a distraction than anything else. We want to keep this wall intact, so we're going to empty out
valiant defenders.
this little section right here.
Safe.
But we need to get into this chamber up here. We're eventually going to open this up a lot more, but for right now, we just need to kill the spider.
Nest.
Once we get the spider dealt with, we can start building out our next group. Right. There we go. Boom. Boom. 1, 2. Come on. Alright, well, close enough.
The slave makers are back. They can sense larvae, and they want their share.
Oh, that's a big old group.
The colony is starving.
Move that line
There's not enough food
back.
to feed the new brood.
Yeah, we do need more food. As soon as that's done, send in large group of soldiers down here, kill this,
The
get
raiding
the food.
party is left, and with them they have taken
Come
10% of the black ant brood. It is only a matter of time before they return.
31 is about the right number to successfully pass this mission. There we go. Alright, those guys are dead. We'll go back here with our soldiers. And Yeah, we really, really need our workers to get down there and grab that food. In the meantime, move Group 3 over to defend as well. We got a cricket coming in, and... Alright.
Mole crickets are burrowing into the nest. The ants must defend in multiple locations at once.
But we still need to get more food.
The Sanguinia colony seeks once again to bolster its numbers. A battalion of slave makers charge into the nest.
Okay, we're back in a good spot food-wise.
This colony must remain small for now. Food is too scarce to support greater numbers.
I mean, but is it though? Is it though? Alright. We are looking good here. So let's send group.
The raiding party is
here,
left.
two over
With
here.
them they have taken 10% of the black ant brood. The danger may be gone for now, but this truce is merely a formality. The Sanguini are already planning their next onslaught.
Alright, we have enough soldiers to complete the mission. Now we just need to get enough workers. We're just gonna create a bunch of
Predators
workers here.
are loose in the nest. The larvae must be protected.
2, 5. You guys are group 3. Group 3, go ahead and start gathering food as well.
The Sanguinia colony seeks once again to bolster its numbers. A battalion of slave makers charge into the nest.
Alright. We are going to intentionally stop short of successfully completing this particular section. The big reason is we need to get a decent stockpile of food, and we need to get more eggs being laid, because right now we're running into a serious shortage.
The colony is starving. There's not enough food to feed the new brood.
So, we're gonna spend... You know what? Hold back so you guys aren't costing me any food. Three go that way. 1 go that way. And now 2 go that way. Okay, we're just gonna bum
The raiding
rush.
party was no match for the
real
valiant
quick.
defenders. The brood remains safe. For now.
3 going that way, 2 going up that way. There we go.
A mole
Now-
cricket is burrowing into the nest. The ants must mount a defense quickly, or their brood will be forfeit.
Next thing that we want to do is build up food so that we can survive the final wave.
The Sanguinia colony seeks once again to bolster its numbers. A battalion of slave makers charge into the nest.
And that is perfectly okay. Nope, 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 nope. I wanted 2 to go over here. Okay, we are actually in a really good spot. What's going to happen here in just a moment is once I'm done gathering some more of this delicious food, we'll lay down the last 2 tiles, and that will trigger the final wave. Once that final wave gets triggered, we are going to need to make sure that we have plenty of soldiers left.
The raiding party is left, and with them they have taken 10% of the black ant brood. The queen must lay quickly to return the colony to its former strength.
Alright, and we'll have plenty of food. Okay. So let's go ahead and set up the last two that we need. And as soon as those get built, it's going to trigger the final raid, and we're going to swarm everyone on the queen. Alright, so now we have the objective to survive the final wave. We have eggs
The slave makers
getting
are back.
ready to hatch.
They can sense larvae, and they want their share.
Almost every single portion, and we have a really good defense. And we're not worried about crickets coming in from behind right now. So, as long as our line here holds, this is going to be a victory for us. Let's keep an eye out on it. You hear all of our eggs popping, and oh man, there's a lot of them. I think we got this, guys. Oh man. Come on, come on. We got this. Yeah. They got like 5 left, 4 left, 1. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Subjugation complete. On insane difficulty. On challenge mode.
Once again, the slave makers return to their nest with new black ant larvae to raise as their own.
Oh, and
raids
all
will
that
continue,
extra royal
but
jelly.
this
Look at that.
Formica
It's just
Fusca
it's
colony
beautiful.
proved its capacity to endure and grow.
Oh, it's beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. It's gorgeous. I can't tell you how many times I've recorded
How is
that
the colony progressing?
single
The
mission.
queen's exhibiting interesting
And
behaviors.
we are in a
The
really
colony
good
is
spot to
beginning
do
to
our
adapt.
Formicarium challenge. But before we do that, we have enough has not attained a sufficient level to acquire the species or its upgrades. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean we have to complete the challenge level 1? I think so. Well, we have the royal jelly. We have plenty of it, but we can't. Okay. Well, I guess that means that we will go ahead and work on a couple of upgrades because we're going to need it here. Let's see, because boom, 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 boom. Yep. Let's just go ahead and measure this out. Alright, there we go. Now we're just gonna make this one large... Oh no, we don't have enough food. It's a good thing we got a bunch of ants to go get us food then. All the food coming in. There we go. And we can extend this out a little bit as we go. But for now, this side is specifically do I need to open it up 3 more here? Let me count. Oh no, I see what I did wrong. Supposed to do 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Okay, no, the numbers are as they're supposed to be. Oh, I don't know. I got 27 here and 26 here. 28 if I move those. Let's gather all this food up. So much food. Ants are going to love it. And since we have the spare, I think we're going to do... Got evasive efficient. Let's do... Let's do dangerous and self-repair. Yeah, this does put us royal jelly-wise a little bit beneath where we need for rapid-fire wood ants. That's probably what we're going to wind up going. I've had a lot of requests for rapid-fire wood ants. So we have a new little section built out for us here of new ants. We're going to go ahead and mark those as number 2. Send them out there to go gather food for us. Now all of our wood ants are dangerous, so they have 20% more attack speed. And when out of combat, they repair their health by 4 per turn. Which means if an ant kind of runs into a situation where we're down here, we're staggering between 1 and 2. If we relieve the section here of 1, they'll be able to repair themselves up, and we don't have to spend the food on them to replace them. So, I mean, it's kind of good. It's kind of good. Just a little bit. I like it. All right, but I think we will leave this episode here for today. Coming up in our next episode, we're going to go over the Formicarium Challenge, which will give us enough to go ahead and unlock that wonderful, wonderful wood ant species once we complete it. It is quite the challenge in and of itself, but considering we just got done with the first and second missions on hard mode, on challenge mode, insane mode with challenge mode, I think we're going to be able to get this done quite well. So, with that all in mind, I have been Snoots, and thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to join the notification squad. And if you have any comments or concerns, please let me know down below. I'd be happy to talk to you. I'm trying to get this colony all set up based on viewer input. So please let me know what you'd like to see, and I'd be happy to do it for you. Thank you very much, and have yourself a wonderful rest of your Monday.